extraordinary nation, and even more extraordinary when you think where it is. On its doorstep, the barbarism of ISIL, the tyranny of Assad, Hamas and Hezbollah are missiles distance away, Iran looming nearby with nuclear ambitions, and terrorists all around, hell-bent on doing it harm, like those last month who brutally murdered 4 rabbis as they prayed. One of those was a British Israeli, Rabbi Abraham Goldberg. Francis Ward and others here attended his shiva, and Rabbi Goldberg and the other victims will remain in our thoughts today. So Israel is a vulnerable country, and yet against all the odds, it has become an oasis of freedom, where the call to prayer mingles with church bells, where Hebrew, Arabic, Aramaic echo down the narrow streets. And it's a symbol of success. Supplying Britain with a sixth of our prescription medicines, developing the processes that we all use in our laptops, and Israel as a country with more startups per capita than any other country in the world. What an incredible nation this is, and we are a true friend. Now, true friends will always try to offer you good advice. That is why I will always tell Israel that illegal settlements are a bad idea. They don't advance the likelihood of peace or security for Israel, which I know its people pray for. They make that aspiration less likely. And when I went to Jerusalem earlier this year, my message to the Knesset was this: yes, we will tell you when we think you are wrong, but we will always defend your right to defend yourselves. During the summer, Hamas rained down rockets on Israel, built extensive tunnels to kidnap and murder, and repeatedly refused to accept ceasefires. As Prime Minister Netanyahu said, and I agree with this every word, Israel uses missile defense to protect its civilians. Hamas uses civilians to protect its missiles. There can never be any equivalence between the two. This is not just Conservative Friends of Israel. This amazing organization, bigger I think today than I've ever seen it, works both ways. This group is a friend of the Conservatives. For the past 40 years, CFI has been there for this party, bringing us together, getting behind